Just behind me are some of the most dangerous infectious agents in the world, but it's one particular virus that's holding the attention of scientists lately: avian influenza, or bird flu. A new dawn is rising for Australian chicken growers. The country is now recovering from its most costly avian influenza outbreak in history, killing about 2 million birds.
It's just stopped everything and been absolutely devastating for us.
In this field in Meredith, about 1.3 million chickens are buried. The outbreak caused egg shortages, cost farmers tens of millions of dollars and dozens, if not hundreds, of jobs. Brad McAuliffe lost 400,000 birds across 2 different sites, hit by 2 separate outbreaks.
It stopped our business completely. Obviously we went from, big revenue business, turnover, employing 40 or 50 staff to nothing.
While this outbreak is now under control, something much worse is on the horizon. Avian influenza has dozens of strains. Those less likely to cause death and disease are low pathogenicity, while the deadliest are high. Australia's 2024 outbreaks were caused by high pathogenicity H7 strains, but the deadliest form of the virus is H5N1, which has rapidly spread across the globe since 2020, particularly via migrating wild birds. It has killed hundreds of millions of birds and spilled over into other species, devastating local populations of sea lions and seals, penguins and cattle. While it is yet to reach our shores, experts fear it's only a matter of time, particularly with the spring arrival of migratory birds to Australian shores.
Australia is the last large continental landmass that has not had an incursion of H5N1. It's a matter of when it turns up, not if it turns up.
The CSIRO's Australian Centre for Disease Preparedness is at the front line of readying the country for H5N1. Here, scientists are tracking and studying the deadly strain.
This virus is a game changer. So everything that we thought about it, it's just changing. So it's doing unusual things and we need to be prepared for it.
Almost 500 people have died of bird flu since its discovery, but it's not considered a risk of becoming the next COVID-19, as there's no evidence of human-to-human spread. Nonetheless, the potential impacts in Australia are extremely serious. Instead, H5N1 could cause ecological disaster, threatening to wipe out local populations of some animals, such as black swans, seals, sea lions and penguins.
It's a big deal. As we've seen from overseas, we've had millions and millions of birds killed. It's also now spreading in mammals. It's causing a lot of issues there. And so you can assume something similar might happen in Australia.
And for chicken growers, the risk of economic damage is high, along with potential egg and chicken meat shortages in a country where the average person consumes 15 kilograms of eggs and 50 kilograms of chicken meat annually. It's for these reasons the federal government recently held Exercise Valore, wargaming scenarios where H5N1 makes it to Australia.
We can't stop migrating birds, and if it gets to Australia, it's most likely to come through migrating birds. What we need to do is we need to pick up any incursion if it happens really quickly, and then we need to respond quickly.
With this outbreak now hopefully behind us, all eyes turn to the skies, in the hopes that this spring's migration doesn't bring H5N1 to our shores. But experts warn it's a matter of when, not if, this strain of avian influenza makes its way to Australia. Harrison Tippett, ABC News.